Hey everybody, welcome back to The Loop, where we are continuing to make our way through the Bible. Today we come to the book of Exodus. Exodus is part of the historical section of the Old Testament. In this section, there are a lot of stories about the struggles that mankind has faced. These stories help us because their struggles are really not all that different than our struggles. In fact, in Exodus chapter 1, there is a new king in Egypt. This king loves his power, and he is willing to eliminate anything that even appears to threaten his power. Egypt had a lot of slaves who were Israelites, sometimes known as Hebrews. The number of Israelites were growing rapidly to the point that the Egyptians were actually outnumbered by their slaves. This king feared that if their numbers kept on growing, they would eventually partner with Egypt's enemies and try to overthrow him from power. So he came up with a plan. Exodus chapter 1 verse 16, he told them, "When you are helping the Hebrew women during childbirth on the delivery stool, if you see that the baby is a boy, kill him. But if it's a girl, let her live." In the next verse, we read this: "The midwives, however, feared God and did not do what the king of Egypt had told them to do. They let the boys live." When the man in charge is trying to get you to do something that you shouldn't be doing, you need to remember who is really in charge. These women didn't fear the king of Egypt. They feared God, and God honored them for it. In verse 20, we're told that God was kind to the midwives. Then in verse 21, we're told that because the midwives feared God, he gave them families of their own. God's favor was on them because they feared God in a healthy way. In the New Testament, the Apostle Paul was writing to Christians in a similar situation. These Christians lived in the city of Rome, again, a very powerful, intimidating city that was ruled by some ungodly people. When Paul wrote to these Christians, he asked them this question: if God is for us, who can be against us? Remember, there's a difference between the man who appears to be in charge and the one who is actually in charge. Always honor God, and he will honor you.